Yehovah Svaot Elohim, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. 1 Kings chapter 10. When the queen of Sheba heard what was being said about Shlomo because of the name of Yehovah, she came to test him with difficult questions. She arrived in Jerusalem accompanied with a very great retinue, including camels bearing spices and gold in great abundance and precious stones. When she appeared before Shlomo, she spoke with him about everything on her heart. And Shlomo answered all her questions. Nothing was hidden from the king that he could not explain to her. After the queen of Sheba had seen all Shlomo's wisdom, the palace he had built, the food at his table, the manner of seating his officials, the manner in which his staff served him, how they were dressed, his personal servants, and his burnt offering, which he offered in the house of Yehovah, it left her breathless. She said to the king, "What I heard in my own country about your deeds and your wisdom is true, but I couldn't believe the report until I came and saw for myself. Actually, they didn't tell me even the half of it. Your wisdom and prosperity surpassed the reports I heard. How happy your people must be. How happy these servants of yours who are always attending you and get to hear your wisdom. Blessed be Yehovah your God, who took pleasure in you to put you on the throne of Israel because of Yehovah's eternal love for Israel. He has made you king to administer judgment and justice fairly." Then she gave the king 4 tons of gold, a huge amount of spices, the precious stones. Never again did there arrive such an abundance of spices as those the queen of Sheba gave to King Shlomo. Hiram's fleet, which had brought gold from Ophir, now brought in from Ophir a large quantity of sandalwood and precious stones. The king used the sandalwood to make columns for the house of Yehovah and for the royal palace, and also lyres and lutes for the singers. No sandalwood like it had ever come or seen to this day. King Shlomo gave the queen of Sheba everything she wanted, whatever she asked, in addition to the presents he gave her on his own initiative. After this, she returned and went back to her own country, she and her servants. The weight of gold Shlomo received annually came to 22 tons of gold, besides that which came from sales tax, customs duties, assessments collected by the kings of the mixed peoples and by the district governors. King Shlomo made 200 large shields of hammer gold. 15 pounds of gold went into one shield. He made 300 more of shields of hammer gold, and 3¾ pounds going into one shield. The king put these in the house of Lebanon forest. The king also made a large throne of ivory and overlaid it with the finest gold. The throne had 6 steps, a back with a rounded top, arms on either side of the seat, 2 lions standing beside the arms, 12 more lions standing on each side of the 6 steps. Nothing like it had ever been made in any kingdom. All King Shlomo's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the utensils in the house of the Lebanon forest were of pure gold. None was of silver, for in Shlomo's time it was regarded as having little value. The king had a fleet of large Tarshish ships, along with Hiram's fleet. Once every 3 years, the Tarshish fleet came in, bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. So King Shlomo surpassed all the kings on earth in both wealth and wisdom. All the earth sought to have an audience with Shlomo in order to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. Each one brought his present, articles of silver, articles of gold, clothing, armor, spice, horses, mules, and this continued year after year. Shlomo amassed chariots and horsemen. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen. He assigned them to the chariot cities and to the king of Jerusalem. The king made silver in Jerusalem as common as stones, and he made cedars as abundant as sycamore fig trees are in the Shivlah. Shlomo's horses had been brought from Egypt and from Kiva, with the king's agent having brought them from the dealers in Kiva at the going price. A chariot from Egypt cost 15 pounds of silver shekels, and a horse 3¾ pounds of shekel. All the kings at the Hittim and the kings of Aram purchased them at these prices through Shlomo's agents. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this awesome 10th chapter of 1 Kings? We can aim for Yehovah to bring people into your life for His glory. Trust in the wisdom Yehovah has placed in your heart for answers to difficult questions. Aim to listen to those who pour out their hearts to you. Aim to be able to listen and explain to those who seek the wisdom of Yehovah. Seek Yehovah to display His wisdom in your life. Aim for all parts of your life to reflect the wisdom of Yehovah. Aim to live a life full of the wisdom of Yehovah that others are left breathless. Aim for your deeds and wisdom to travel ahead of you. Ask Yehovah for His wisdom to enter your heart. Aim for all those around you to be happy to hear the wisdom of Yehovah from your heart. Aim for Yehovah to take pleasure in us. Trust in the eternal love of Yehovah for His family, Israel. Aim for fair judgment and justice. Trust that the wisdom of Yehovah is far greater than gold, silver, and precious stones. Aim to give as Shlomo gave. Aim to use the wisdom of Yehovah to build what He has placed in your heart. Aim to live a life set apart from anyone else, giving glory to Yehovah. Aim to share with others the wisdom Yehovah puts in your heart. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can share the wisdom of Yehovah that He has placed in our heart. Bear one another's burdens. We can listen and explain the wisdom of Yehovah to those who seek to know and understand and apply it. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and He will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of His being toward you, bringing order, and He will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of His being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat Shalom.